Hi, this is Tamara Bernadette. Thank you for tuning in. Look what I have here. I have a couple things. I have a powder brush, foundation brush, blush brush, a kabuki brush. I have a bronzer brush, I have a contour brush, and I have another foundation brush, and I have a host of different eyeshadow brushes and eyeliner brushes. So what do all these things have in common? They're tools. These are tools that I have picked up along the way of being a makeup artist. I was a makeup artist for 18 years, and I freelanced. I worked in department stores. I did parties. I did videos. I did a lot of different things as a makeup artist, and I enjoyed it very, very much. I enjoyed learning from teachers who were very, very gifted in their craft, and I learned a lot from them on how to better my skills and to take a simple brush and do incredible things with the brush, and I mastered each brush. It's been many years since I did makeup artistry, but I still keep my brushes. I still try to stay up on top of some of the latest trends. Some of them I don't care, but it's still fun. I still, on occasion, if I have the opportunity, I love to help a lady feel so beautiful from the outside, you know, doing beautiful eyes and you know, just helping them to feel a better person of who they are. Not trying to mask them in any way, but just helping them to feel really good about themselves. And sometimes a little makeup goes a long way. But what they are is tools. They're tools, and we use tools to fix things, to help us do better at something, to become equipped and better, talented, or what have you, at the mission at hand. So what I just want to talk about just briefly are tools that we need for our inner self. We have all kinds of tools for the outside, which is wonderful. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But we need to take something else very, very seriously, and that is the person that we are inside. It's our character. It's who we are meant to be, but because of society and many different things that happen to us throughout our lives, it gets clouded, and we become jaded. We become somebody that we're not. And over several years of this, we change, and we become somebody that we're not. We become somebody that we don't even recognize in the mirror. We take on roles that we wouldn't normally take on. We take jobs. We get into relationships that we shouldn't be in. We make decisions that we wouldn't normally do, because over time we have allowed our character to be tricked, to be lied to be chipped and chiseled away, and we lose our way. So that's okay, because we can come back and work on our inner self. And with that, we need tools. We can't expect to be able to do this overnight. We can't expect to do this by ourselves. And there are tools that we need to study, research, and master. And we start with just simple characteristics that we want to change. We can't try to take it on all at once. It's a big job, because we have to deal with what's really going on. We ask ourselves certain questions. Why did I do that? Why did I behave that way? Why did I say that? Why did I treat this person that way? And so forth. So let's just say, for instance, like for the characteristic of kindness. So ask yourself, are you really, let's not even say the kind of person that you are right now. Let's talk about how you were before. Let's say that you were once a very, very kind, loving, giving person, and then you find yourself now you're not that at all. You want to be, but because of circumstances that have just kind of taken over, you are not the person that you once were, or that you want to be, or that you should be. So kindness is just something of the past, and it sounds silly, but it really isn't. You can see it on social media. You can see it or hear it in in the youth conversations, and you can hear it in grown-ups, you can hear it in business transactions, you hear it at the store, you hear it at the gas station, you hear it in lounges, everywhere. You hear it everywhere. You even hear it at church, which is extremely unfortunate. But it doesn't have to end there. We each have an opportunity to become better people, and we just need the tools to do it. So how do you do it? You spend time, like you spend and you invest time in getting good at your makeup with the tools that you have, and you get really good at it. You're on YouTube, you're studying, you're at the magazines, you're watching your favorite stars on TV, and you learn. You're investing your time and energy into that. Well, that's fine superficially, but let's talk about what's going on inside so that you can be a person of great character on the inside. And I tell you, once you develop that beauty is going to radiate on the outside. So there's a saying that is, beauty is as beauty does. So you want to take care of that person who is on the inside, take care of that spirit, take care of that soul. You want to cherish that. So you want to invest time and your energy. You want to take that very, very seriously. And a couple things I would just ask you to ask yourself, what does that look like for you? So you can ask yourself, what does it mean? Well, one thing is doing good. So what is doing good? And I'm talking about being very conscious of what you're doing. Don't just throw it out there and say, oh, I'm going to do good today. No, think about it. Really think about it. What is doing good? Meditate on that. Spend time with that thought. What is doing good? What does that look like for you? And think about it and begin to walk in that for a while until you get it. You capture it, and it becomes you again. It starts to feed you from the inside out. You feel it. Doing good. What is that? And before you move on to the next thing, make sure you feel that and you own that, doing good. The next thing might be some kind of a thoughtful gesture towards somebody. Just something you wouldn't have done before, just a thoughtful gesture. Out of kindness, you're doing something very thoughtful. It's a gesture that you're doing for somebody. And think about that again. Sit on that for a while before you move on to the next one. Think about that. A thoughtful, mindful gesture towards somebody, for somebody. Another one would be maybe you should start with this one. The desire to do good, because that might be the thing you might need to start with just to move on. The desire to do good. Just starting there, and once you can feel that, and moving on to the next one. Another one might be putting somebody else's needs above your own. And these days, a lot of people don't want to do that. They're thinking about their self. They're very self-focused. They're very me-oriented. And they don't want to think about putting somebody else above them or before them. Let's say something as simple and easy, kind gesture as you're at the grocery store, you're in a line, and you've got a number of things in your basket. This is an easy one. And you see somebody who's behind you who only has a few things, and you just say, you know what, go on ahead in front of me. I don't see that very often. I don't know about you, but I don't see that very often anymore. It's very rare. But let's say you just start with that. You let somebody go before you, and you say, you know what, go ahead. I'm in no hurry. And you let them go without any qualms, even if it turns out to be that their transaction is more complicated than it was going to be. Like all of a sudden they have to have a checker go check the price. Let's say it's something like that. Well, that's okay. Just let it be what it is. You've done something very nice. You've made somebody feel really good. It was a kind gesture, and you put somebody else before you. Things like that. So I'm beginning rules. So when you're looking at your makeup brushes and your eye brushes, the tools that you have just put in your purse pocket, that you have added kindness to your to your tools of characteristic, your character changes. So that's what I wanted to just talk about today, some really great tools, not just for the outside, but for the inside. And you can find out more about that and other tools and how to work them in my workbook. I have a workbook, and I put a lot into it, and it was based off of my own experience and what I learned, because I had to learn a lot about characteristics, character change, and the fruits of the Holy Spirit, how it changed me and so forth, and I want to pass it on. So it is. You can find this book on my website, which is TamaraBernadette.com, and you can also find me on Facebook under Girl Changed, and the book Love Is, Isn't. And I came up with that title because we usually have some kind of an idea of what we think love is, but then once Jesus gets a hold of you, it's a whole other story. So anyway, thank you for tuning in, and until then, have a great day. Bye-bye. God bless. Bye-bye.